All right, Christopher Mader here from the M&P Conservative Media Network and the Meat and Potato Show on KTNTradio.com. I'm here with my good friend Rich Aucoin, Susan Serper, Lorenzo, and then of course there's Dingo down there. Absolutely beautiful name. You guys are here to pass out some literature for your Act Now Worcester campaign. So why don't you start? What's happening with you guys? What's on your docket? What's going on?
Well, we're here every year for the Independence Day celebration. We like to remind people about the importance of the oath that all of our councilors and city officials swear to uphold and defend. And so this year we have a flyer just basically saying, you know, we support the oath and we'd like everybody in the city to support the oath. Actually, it's kind of a hint at our next resolution that we'll be filing as soon as the council comes back into session. It's going to be called Keep the Oath. It's to uphold and defend the Bill of Rights. Right now we certainly see that a lot of legislation is flying around that tries to chip away more and more at our inalienable, constitutionally enumerated rights. There's not supposed to be any laws that are passed that would infringe on those rights. So we really need local officials to step up now and say the people in Worcester are going to have the Bill of Rights behind them at all times, no matter what the state and federal governments try to do. So that's why we're here today.
Excellent. Have you gotten any pushback or response from Tony Economo? I remember the last time you and I were talking, he didn't seem to think that his oath really mattered when it came to passing legislation or passing anything at City Hall. What have you heard back from him?
Well, you know, we did have a meeting with him in February that was rather interesting. He claimed that he had never really given much thought to the oath of office or the Constitution, really never read it, really had no idea. So he asked for a couple of weeks to research it, and then he'd get back to us.
Well, he needed a couple of weeks to research it.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's been way more than a couple of weeks now.
I was going to say, right.
Yeah, we still haven't heard back. So it's evident that he doesn't plan to do anything. He's just going to let his comment of December 15th kind of hang there, and he's not going to try and explain it or retract it or back it up. He's just pretending he didn't say what he said. But, you know, we spent now 6 months exposing that statement, and we're ready to move on from that. We've got better things to do, but I think it was important to notify the people of Worcester, and we did do that. We did several standouts, I mean countless standouts around the city, saying Tony Economo is an oath breaker. So, you know, we've done our job in that regard, but now we have to move on. We're going to bring a new resolution. We have 2 new councilors that we haven't really talked to yet. We don't know if they're with us or not, but we will find out soon.
Even if they're aware.
Well, I can't believe they haven't been paying attention and wanted to be on the council, but maybe they aren't. I mean, I'll give them the benefit of that doubt, but we'll see. We'll talk to them. Hopefully they do believe in human rights and do believe in standing up for the Bill of Rights.
You know, you're doing this locally here in Worcester, but as what's floating around now is this whole push from the Attorney General's office, and Maura Healey's one of the signatories of that is to basically confiscate records from Exxon, Mobil, various think tanks, Tea Party groups, you know, people who are questioning the concept of global warming. Not necessarily denying it or putting out false information, but just people that are just saying, wait a minute, we got to take a second look at this. There's other science, and that gets to what you're going after. Again, these fundamental rights are freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to write. You know, even if you hire people to do, I'm hiring you to do this job and write these reports and do the science. Suddenly, those people are potentially breaking the law just because, sorry, I was paid to do this job. It's getting macro now. It's going nationwide. Look at Attorney General meeting with Clinton, and it's like they don't care.
Well, the Founding Fathers warned about cracking down on any kind of free exchange of ideas, because I don't think any society can truly be free if certain people aren't free to say what they believe, or to present ideas, or to present information that may not be popular with the politicians. You know, obviously the First Amendment, as Act Now Worcester, we defend all of the Bill of Rights, not just one or two of them, or, you know, so the whole entire Bill of Rights is to be defended.
One falls, they all fall.
Well, true, and if you do want to change something that dramatically, you do have to go through the amendment process. And I don't see anyone trying to do that. Everyone's cutting corners, just saying, well, we don't care what the Constitution says, we don't care what the Bill of Rights says. This is what we're going to do whether you like it or not, and that's just not the American way.
That's true. Hey guys, thanks a lot. Enjoy your night. Happy Independence Day.
Thanks very much.
Aucoin, Sue Serpa, and Lorenzo, and Dingo. The Meat Potato Show, Conservative Talk, awesome rock.